Welcome aboard, listeners. Sometimes when I'm sharing this to like different Facebook groups, I'm like, how many of these can I get kicked out of tonight?
Well, I guess you won't know the answer until the end, huh?
You can't promote yourself. I'm like, why? Why can't I do that?
What's the issue?
It's a bunch of Disney groups, so God forbid everyone start like promoting something. Well, I don't want to say in my case, but like God forbid people start promoting something they're good at. You know,
yeah.
Welcome back to Skyliner Views, everyone. Sam found her way back to this dumb little podcast. Joke's on you.
Mm-hmm.
We are back for episode number 2 in our series of Refurb versus Retheme. I'm not gonna tell you which park we're covering tonight until we get there.
Yeah.
I will leave the last piece of news for the park we're at. How about that?
I like that.
A little bit of news came out of that park today, so we'll just do that. I have no updates for this podcast. We have a good track record right now. We haven't missed a week of recording, so I'm proud of that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Congratulations.
As always, very thankful for Pop Culture Pros for allowing us to podcast with them, stream with them, hang out with them, do whatever we want with them, basically. News this week, breaking news. If you were anywhere on social media or have a smartphone, because I was getting like news reminders about it, and I didn't subscribe to them. Splash Mountain closed.
Oh no!
The hashtag save Splash Mountain crowd did not hashtag save Splash Mountain.
They just didn't win.
They could not pull it together in a landslide. They tried to get Governor Ron DeSantis to deem it a historical landmark so that it could not be touched. But that's only for demolition purposes.
Yeah. It's not getting demolished.
So it was kind of
it's getting a retheme.
Yeah. The last weekend it saw upwards of 3 to 3.5 hour wait times. I checked on it a couple times and it was temporarily closed. I don't know if that was like due to weather or what was going on there, but
I checked on it too.
Seemed like she had a rough weekend, and I'm glad she's getting a well-deserved break.
I just want to say this because this was a conversation that I was having with my husband over the whole Splash Mountain thing. If you ever went to Splash Mountain prior to them announcing that it was going to be closed for a retheme, the wait times ridiculously low. Like so many people really didn't ride it.
No. I enjoyed it. I am of the opinion that yes, it did have some very terrible meanings behind it, and I'm okay with the fact that it's being rethemed, and I'm super excited, but I did enjoy the attraction.
Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it. I was like, am I going to look back on it with some fondness? Absolutely, because it was like the first water ride I rode as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm all for the retheme. Let's be real. That nobody knows like the movie that they're explaining in that. Like you only know the story if like maybe you found it somewhere.
Yeah, because Song of the South isn't even on Disney Plus. So like if you want to watch it, you have to go digging.
Well, so from my understanding, it never got a VHS release in the United States, but it got a VHS release in the UK.
Tim is here. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Yeah, and like do you know who Adam the Woo is? He's a YouTuber.
I sure do know who Adam the Woo is.
That MFer wore a Song of the South shirt.
Yeah.
Or no, he complimented someone wearing a
Song of the South shirt.
Yeah. What a D-bag. But yeah, Splash Mountain's closed. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, I think.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah. I believe will be opening in late 2024, early 2025. I'm not exactly sure. I am not going to put a date on it because look at Tron.
Well, I don't know. We do have Iger back. So
Yeah, that's true.
I think
Tim brought to my attention that he has a strong opinion on the Lion King. I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I want to know what it is. So
Uh-oh.
I am just letting that lie.
letting that Lion King lie.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Tiana's. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see how they retheme the animatronics.
Also, speaking of the animatronics, did you watch any of the ride-throughs from the last day?
Were the animatronics like barely working?
Oh my god, yeah. So
Yeah.
some of the animatronics in the Laughing Place were in B mode.
Oh, love that.
Yeah. They had some scrims covering just like small areas on the outside where I was like, I know that there used to be something there and now it's covered with a scrim.
Mm.
And then not only that, the chickens on the big riverboat looked so rough and so bad.
Yeah.
They obviously they kind of like tilt back, like they're kind of like praising the zippity doo dah.
Yeah.
And well, they were leaned real back.
Yeah, that you cannot tell me that attraction did not need work.
And that's my whole thing is
she needed some love.
Yeah, don't for 1 second tell me that attraction was perfect just the way it was, because it was not.
Yeah. Super excited for Tiana's. I freaking love Princess and the Frog, so
I am a huge fan of Princess and the Frog. My mom's
Same.
a huge fan of Princess and the Frog, so I know that she's also going to be excited for it. So
yeah, super excited for that. So we will see how it is. We will miss Splash Mountain, but we are excited for the future. Moving on to Hollywood Studios, they have been teasing a table service restaurant in Toy Story Land for quite a while now, and they finally announced that it'll be opening March 23rd. That is the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue in Toy Story Land. The menu looks pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've heard it looks really good. I'm just glad that we finally got an announcement on opening.
Homemade cheddar biscuits served with sweet pepper jelly.
That sounds
Doesn't
really
that
good.
just sounds to bone apple teeth?
Yeah. Bone apple teeth for sure.
I turned my mouse off. Here I am trying to use it. Tim wants to know if he's gonna have to barge his way on. Tim, I'll give you like 10 minutes next week if that's what you need. You can just come in for like a commercial. Because you're making me nervous.
I gotta know what this Lion King issue is.
I know. Maybe, you know what, in 2 weeks when Sam's here, we can all hash this out the way it needs to be hashed out. Okay, he said fine. Okay. So, in 2 Thursdays, Tim, I would love to see you around 7:30. We can hash out this Lion King thing and just let her lie.
I also went in on this Lion King issue.
Yeah. Makes me nervous.
It's in my opinion, one of my favorite Disney movies. So.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes.
He
said he'll be there. Oof.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, back to deliciousness. There is a watermelon salad, a tomato salad, not a watermelon salad like my ex-employer, but a tomato salad. Yeah. Okay. And Rex's romaine and kale salad. None of those sound normal, and I want no part of any of them. Moving on. Evil Doctor smoked ribs. Let's go.
That sounds great.
Buttercup's beef brisket. I'm in.
All right.
There's a sausage in my boot.
I love it.
I
love
what?
it.
Who in a meeting when we are naming foods and the word sausage comes up in your boot, who sits at that table and says, "That's a great idea"?
That's a millennial. That is a millennial.
Let's move forward.
You cannot tell me otherwise. That is a millennial that was sitting at that table and said, "Sausage in my boot?"
Yeah, exactly. I think one of my little brothers is here. Reveal yourself.
Show yourself.
Yeah. I wasn't done. Barbecue chicken dash with style. Now I'm done. Yeah, those all seem delicious, and I'm in. They
Yeah.
also have plant-based offerings. If that's something you're into, it's not something I'm into, but if you are into them, they're there. The sides, married spuds, loaded potato barrels, drizzled with green goddess dressing, cheese sauce, and seasoned barbecue spices. Sounds like a knockoff form of tachos. I can't decide how I feel about it.
You had me at loaded potato barrels.
But the green goddess dressing.
Lost me at green goddess dressing.
Yeah. My Aunt Martha says, better than a snake in your boot. You know what? You're not wrong. Not wrong. And I won't read you all of these now because I know I've drawn it out, but I just need to read you this one.
Okay.
Slinky dog mac and cheese. Dog with like 8 O's. Not even kidding. Why?
Ashley, that's our generation sitting at a table and coming up with names. You can't tell me that didn't make you giggle the first time that you saw it.
Where did they get their degrees? Who approved this?
That is like that is meme culture at its finest going into that place.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah. They have good cocktails, they have good snacks, good desserts. This seems like it's gonna be a pretty good place. I'll be interested to see pricing.
Yeah.
Well,
it's supposed to be like is it a walk-up style or is it a sit down?
It's table service, yeah. Oh. So yeah, I'll be interested to see because I mean, not gonna be able to eat there for probably a year or more. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for it, and we'll see how it goes.
RIP to everybody going to Disney this year because trying to get on Tron is going to be next to impossible.
Yes. Trying to do anything new this year will be impossible.
Yeah.
Moving on to the West Coast at Disneyland, they have begun their Disney 100 celebration, just celebrating 100 years of the company. With this celebration, the West Coast opened up their version of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. Well, it opens tomorrow, Friday, but we're recording on Thursday. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I've heard the only real difference is, spoiler alert, if you don't want this attraction spoiled, please skip over it. The only real differences are the exterior and the queue.
Yes, I've seen the queue.
Oof, my Aunt Martha, words to my ears. Music to my ears.
Yeah.
Going to Disney, need to get with you to brainstorm. Absolutely, Aunt Martha. Yeah. You have my phone number. They have a Mouse-Katool, like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Like, have you watched Mickey Mouse? Have you seen it?
I sure have.
Yeah, the whole like Mickey thing with the gadgets. Yeah. That's there.
The Mouse-Katool. That's there?
It's in the queue.
That's neat. I've seen like the small like details that they've done to the queue, like the popcorn and all that good stuff. I don't know if you've seen the popcorn, but that's pretty cute.
Yeah, I have.
But I've seen like a little bit of the inside. I didn't realize that the Mouse-Katool was there.
So yeah, I'll have to show it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But what I really wanted to talk about is there is a statue, looks like in the middle of Main Street, of a silver Mickey Mouse with the quote, "It all started with a mouse." This is very incorrect. It's not the right quote. It is a Walt Disney quote. Mm-hmm. It's just misquoted.
Yes.
The correct quote reads, "I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing." Here it is. That it was all started by a mouse.
Yes.
Tim says, "Have a good show. See you in 2 weeks. I'd say Hakuna Matatas." Oh my god. But that means something different now. All right. Well, I think we're going to have to know what happens in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's enough of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought this was a little funny that they misquoted Walt Disney.
Yeah, well.
The Disney 100 celebration at Disneyland has seemed to be a big hit. They have the statue. They've opened Mickey and Minnie's. They reopened Toontown.
Have you seen the new monorail?
The new monorail skin? Oh my god, it's cool.
It looks so freaking dope.
It puts every decor piece at Walt Disney World to shame. This one monorail skin.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is, pardon my French, iridescent as fuck.
Yes. Have you seen it when it turns a corner?
Yeah, and the rainbow reflection. Yeah.
It looks so good.
Aunt Marma, we will definitely be over for dinner sometime soon when we are back in town. Yeah. If you haven't seen the video of that monorail, I highly suggest highly
it
suggest
looks
you go see it. It's so
cool.
cool. Something controversial over at Disneyland, though, they took out the water fountain for Roger Rabbit and replaced it with a greenery.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. All right, last bit of news. It's going to lead us into our park of the night. They installed the new marquee, the parking marquee, at Epcot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very basic and pretty dumb, and I don't like it. But that's they're kind of making this minimalist approach to Epcot. So, like, what do you do?
Well,
yeah, it's something.
I mean, it was supposed to be a very futuristic park, and I guess we are kind of heading towards that minimalism kind of a look to everything.
Yeah.
So, fair enough.
Sucks, but
gross.
Yeah, I mean,
not a fan.
What do you do? But yeah, we're doing Epcot tonight, everyone.
We are!
Oh, Tim works for ABC. He says that there are Disney paintings at work. Yeah, please send those over, and I will share them with Sam.
Yes.
Very cool to see. We are talking about the attractions we would refurb or retheme. I feel like there's not a lot of attractions at Epcot, so we might throw a little bonus credit in there. What's it called in school? Extra credit to spice things up a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Like I feel like we're gonna have to do that with Hollywood Studios. I didn't really touch much of Hollywood Studios either. So
this is all I touched for Epcot. Oh, you can't see it because but it's
I appreciated the effort.
The gesture, yeah. You're welcome. I'll just start us off.
Okay.
I think I wanted to put more on here though. So you know what? I'm gonna start at the very front of the park.
Okay.
Like a grand and miraculous, whatever the hell Judi Dench says. Spaceship Earth needs some love.
Spaceship Earth does need some love.
Now, some blueprints came out before COVID of like the Spaceship Earth refurb, and I did not like it. So whatever plans they had, I'm gonna need them to nix those.
Yeah.
Keep Dame Judi Dench's voice because I could fall asleep to that woman reading the script for Spaceship Earth.
I thought that was the whole point of Spaceship Earth, other than thanking the Phoenicians.
Fun fact. My youngest fell asleep on Spaceship Earth when we took him.
I got stuck on Spaceship Earth once.
Nice.
You know that moment where you're like you're turned backwards and you're like going through space? Yeah, and you're like lean back. I got stuck there.
Oh,
and I mean,
God.
when I got stuck there, I got stuck there for like an hour.
Oh my God.
That
sounds miserable. Did the lights turn on?
No. Never.
That sounds
never
miserable.
Did once. It was honestly like the weirdest emergency stop I've ever seen at Disney.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, it was because like there was no evacuation. There was like no lights came on. It was the weirdest stop I've ever seen at Disney.
That's so odd.
Yeah. And I've been evacuated off of like Pirates before, and like it's a small.
I have never been evac'd. I'm so sad.
Oh, God, the amount of times we've been evac'd at this point is kind of crazy.
I got like stuck on TTA at one point. It was probably just so they could unload someone.
Mm-hmm.
I was riding with my grandma, and like we just stopped, and I looked at her. Mind you, she hadn't been at Disney in probably fucking 45 years. But my eyes just got real wide. And I was like, "It's happening. What's gonna happen?
It's gonna happen."
She was like, "Ashley, we're stuck," and I was like, "They're gonna let us off. We're gonna get to see stuff." And then the ride immediately picked back up. It was not eventful at all. But yeah, I think Spaceship Earth, all of the scenes could just use a touch up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything in particular. Maybe when you get to the top, do a little bit of experimenting with different things. Like a light show would be cool at the top instead of whatever the hell you see.
Instead of just me being on some random outside planet that I don't know kind of looks like Mars. I don't know, because I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the rock work there is like red.
Yeah.
The only way I noticed that, by the way, is because we had flashlights on our phone and we were trying to look for the exit because we were like, this is getting sketchy.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you.
But that's when I noticed that like it's weird red rock work, but you're supposed to be out in space. So something there so that way it's not as boring would be nice.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
The only thing that I ask, and this is a weird thing that I'm going to say, it gets real strange, but follow along with me, okay?
Following.
I hope to God that whatever they do does not get rid of the smell of walking into Spaceship Earth.
Absolutely. Yeah,
The
100%.
smell. So everybody was always like, "Why do you like the smell so much?" And I don't know why. It's kind of like this weird, like musty book, like
mildewy.
Yeah, it's like that
Yeah.
smell, and I love that smell. Like if I could
so
handle
weird.
it, I would.
So weird.
But please don't. Whatever you do, don't let that smell go away.
Right? Yeah.
But I think that just the animatronics 100% they need updated. They just do. Everything's still very clunky and old. And like I said in my notes, the issue though with creating something about the future is that the future always comes.
Right.
So it's one of those rides that, I hate to say it, you're just going to have to keep updating.
You know what else they could do? And I think I put this in my notes and I just haven't said it yet. Oh, yeah. The end. Like, the end where you, like, pick your future. Let's upgrade that software. Let's do something to it. I am tired of, my face not being in there, half my face being in there. Or just, like, I don't know. It's clunky, like you said.
Yeah.
I think that given it's Walt Disney World, we could do a lot with that, and we just are doing one of these.
Yeah, we're just like trying to look away, like
yeah.
Well, my other thing too, can I get a little bit of updated seating on that thing? Because I'm here to tell you, yeah, I could fall asleep to Dame Judi Dench, but my butt hurts when I ride that ride.
But my butt hurts.
Can I get like some updated seating? Because good Lord.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Sucks.
I am 100% on board with that. Yeah, I think besides that, maybe the exit could use some updating too.
Yeah.
Maybe some new games, some new experiences. Some of them are really cool, and I've never really gotten to experience much of them until the last trip when one of our kids played while the other one slept. But I don't know. I don't know.
There used to be like, I don't know, Ashley, you know, we talked about Animal Kingdom last time, and like there was like Conservation Station, and it really hit you with this whole like doomsday's coming unless you fix things. I feel like there could be something like I miss the old days where Disney was like scaring you into submission of like making the planet better.
Yeah.
I feel like we could go back to doing that at the end of Space.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be wonderful?
I miss Disney forcing me to do conservation.
to be a nice human.
Yeah.
Oh God. Did you have anything from the front of the park on your list?
So I did have Spaceship Earth down. So I agree. A refurb would be nice for that one. I guess the other one that like technically, if you want to call it the front of the park, would be the Seas.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to bring up. It's not on my list, but I definitely think that the attraction could. The Seas with Nemo and friends.
I love Nemo. Do not get me wrong. I just feel like it could use some updating.
Yeah, I do too, but the more I think about it, like, what do you do? What do you do with that?
Moana. That's my answer for a lot of things now.
Yeah, but like turtles and like underwater animals aren't really associated with Moana. Like, yes, it's about the ocean, but like
I just wish, well, screw it, like a Nat Geo situation, like take me on a nice ride instead of showing me some terrifying anglerfish.
Oh my God, whenever I get to that scene, I never look at the fish. I try and focus on the arm that's moving it around because I can see the silhouette of it and I just want to see it.
I hate that scene. And if I don't focus on the arm, I close my eyes the whole time because I'm like, I hate this stupid thing.
I am very intrigued with that arm. Not the fish, but the arm.
Yeah.
It's attached to it.
Well, it's kind of like, I don't know, that Italian museum one that would like essentially like mop up its own wine. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those, but with an anglerfish on the side.
Terrifying. Absolutely
terrifying. Horrible. Awful. The amount of children I've heard cry on that ride. But just give me like a conservation situation. I feel like we're not doing much with Nat Geo.
We're not.
Like Disney took over Nat Geo, like, essentially, and like is funding a lot of their stuff.
Mhm.
Let me see more of that. Like, you know,
See more of it.
force me into conservation, Disney.
Yeah, I guess see more of it at Epcot. We are seeing it in person at Animal Kingdom, and the second season of the whatever the hell that Nat Geo show is about Animal Kingdom, which my wife watched without me today.
Jake and I were watching that today.
Everyone's the worst. But like we have that show, and I guess at times, or at least in the first season, they did jump to Epcot to talk about a few of the like aquatic animals. But I don't know. I just want something more out of that building.
I do too. Like I want to see it get updated because it is very, very reminiscent of like early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that much. Like it's
you can have Turtle Talk with Crush. We can keep that, and we can keep that. We can keep the exit. Like we can keep the aquarium and everything else. That is all great.
Just asking for an update.
But the attraction, it needs something. I don't know what to do with it, but it's not good.
Well, and that's why I think maybe, you know, Imagineers and like Disney's execs just have left it alone for so long, is because they're like, I just don't know what to do with it. But yeah. Something's like just some updates would be nice, like a repaint, recarpeting. Yeah, like just dress it up a little bit. Yeah, because it just looks sad right now.
Womp womp.
You walk down there and it's dark, and just the walls are dark and the carpet's dark, and
the ceiling is, the detail in the queue is pretty cool though.
The detail in the queue is great. But that's what I mean is like we really only updated that like that beginning area where you get onto the actual ride.
Right.
We didn't really do much else of anything. So no. I'm not a huge fan.
No. Moving down to the land. I have Living with the Land. Not much.
Take.
Huh?
I said controversial take since this is both one of our favorites.
Hold on. Let me get to it.
All right.
I want to refurb it.
Okay.
You can't get rid of it because Living with the Land supplies food to every dining location at Epcot. And I love that. I want to go on a behind the scenes tour. I love Living with the Land. But I am asking if maybe we could get some technological updates to maybe the last scene with all of the graphics.
Yeah.
Maybe...
You know that one weird room that you go into that's just like a TV screen?
That's the room I'm talking about.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Weird.
Let's give that one an update.
Yeah, can I get something else there? Because it's weird because that's how it kind of ends and you're just like, what is this?
Yeah. They overlay it for Christmas. Let's put more into that overlay. Let's even do a Halloween overlay.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool.
Let's
like the pumpkins, like just like a bunch of pumpkins.
Yeah, bats, pumpkins. I don't care.
You don't have to get spooky with it.
Yeah, let's put some color on the boats. Let's put some new color on the boats. Let's put some new color on the house. Let's maybe make some technological advances to the house.
Yeah, I will say that like the house feels very like 80s and 90s.
Which I love, don't get me wrong, but like let's keep up with the times a little bit.
Yeah. Going back to the boats, absolutely those need refurbed 100%.
Yeah, like, and you don't have to change them.
Yeah.
Just paint them.
Just paint them. Just
give them a little bit of an update.
Give me a little bit more of a comfortable seat.
You in the comfortable seats. Man, this pregnancy is really taking a toll on your bum, isn't it?
It really is. It's pretty rough, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just saying, I'm here to like support the pregnant women that are going to Disney because their families drag them there when they're like, 7 months pregnant.
Yeah. Sam will be carrying a pillow to Disney.
It's a donut pillow too.
Yeah. Getting on Spaceship Earth. Have you guys ever thought about updating these seats? Sits down on a pillow.
Some cast members just like, I'm sorry, man. I'm just like so fed up with.
People are writing about you on Twitter 3 hours later about how you made this cast member's life miserable.
I am his 13th reason.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so like Living with the Land, it's an Epcot stan favorite. It's not a fan favorite.
No,
but like
it's a stan favorite.
People who support Epcot and like like old Epcot. They like living with the land, and I do.
I love living with the land.
I'm not trying to retheme it, not trying to do anything extreme. Just give her some love.
Yeah, that's fair. I would agree with you on that one. Just give her some love and
yeah. Are we both going back a building? We went from the seas to the land to the Imagination Pavilion.
The Imagination Pavilion. I will tell you this much. I love Figment, but I would like to see an update.
Yeah, I also put that we need a refurb.
Yep, I'd love to see
not a retheme. Not a retheme. Figment is here to stay.
Yes,
they just created a whole new meet and greet character. Figment's not going anywhere anytime soon, and that's okay. I like Figment.
I love Figment.
Yeah, the attraction is so outdated.
It's so outdated. It's so boring. I don't think I've ever seen it over a 5-minute wait.
The guy who played Nigel Channing doesn't even remember playing Nigel Channing. Now, that speaks more about the guy. His name's Eric Idle. That speaks more about Eric Idle than it does the Walt Disney Company and the attraction itself, but still.
I feel like we could definitely partner with somebody else.
He also called Figment a purple fucker. Did you not know this?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Purple fucker.
That is so rude.
I know.
I hate everything about that.
I know.
I found out.
He tweeted it.
Was it you that I found out what the actual fart smell is?
No.
Somebody said
skunk smell?
Yeah, somebody said that it's not like skunk and it's not like it's like coffee.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Hang on, I will see if I can find it, but yeah, somebody was like, "Oh yeah, the fart smell is actually this smell."
Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. I think that the end scene where all the figments are, I want that scene to stay. I don't think that needs touched.
No.
But I think everything leading up to that needs work.
The actual scent is the smell of burnt coffee.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I was really shocked whenever I found that out.
You probably told me that before and I just don't remember. But
well, I think I was listening to some Imagineering story or something like that, like some kind of a podcast, and they're talking about it and they're like, yeah, we couldn't put like an actual like skunk smell in here. So we found that the closest that we could get was like the smell of burnt coffee.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So I mean, like they're using like really cool practical effects in that shindig, and I think that it just needs a little bit of an update.
The exit also needs a huge update. Those activities for kids are fun for about 10 minutes, and then you're like, wow, this is clunky. Let's move on.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like we have a lot more space to work with in that building because it used to be shared with the Michael Jackson movie, the 3D movie. What was it called? Captain EO?
Yeah. I mean, it's next door. It's not necessarily like shared. You have to like go out, hang a left or a right, and go back in.
But I feel like we could do something with that space since
there is a hidden Mickey meet and greet in there.
Yeah.
No one knows about it. And then it's a Pixar Shorts or something like that kind of show. We went and saw it last time. And honestly, it's just an excuse to get people out of the heat.
Yeah. And like my thing with that is like we have something like that at Hollywood Studios. So like, I don't know. I just feel like we could have done something a little bit more interesting with that space, but okay.
Wait, what do we have at Hollywood Studios?
There's a Pixar short place there.
Where?
I got to think about it. I might have to pull up a map. Yeah, I'll get back to you. And I'll have to pull up a map, and I'm gonna like circle like the tiniest little area, and I'm gonna be like, it's right here.
Right here. Yeah, good old Figgy. He just needs some work.
Yeah, he just needs some love. There's a lot of things in that park that just need some love.
Yeah, and like for Epcot's 40th, they promised all these things, and they're just making new things. They are not giving any love to all of the like historic fan favorite things, which kind of suck.
Yeah, we were really confused what we were gonna do pre-COVID, in COVID, and post-COVID.
Yeah, none of them are the same.
Yeah, it's changed about 1,000 times at this point.
I hate it. What's your next one?
So let's go ahead and we can jump into World Showcase. There's a lot of stuff I want to do in World Showcase.
I only have one.
I have one, but I can think of a couple more.
Oh, what's your one?
My one that I have, and this is another controversial take because I love this ride, but in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, it's on my list.
The Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros.
Yeah.
I want to see a Retheme.
I put Refurb, but the more that I think about it, that thing needs Retheme to Coco immediately.
It needs Coco.
Or Encanto.
Well, the issue with doing Encanto, though, is that that's Colombia.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have to do Coco.
Yeah. Well, I think that's great, though. I mean, let's be real. So they've got like a little showcase for Coco in the Mexico Pavilion.
Right inside the entrance.
I love the Three Caballeros. Do not get me wrong.
Yeah.
However,
the animatronics 80% of the time don't work.
Yep. 80%
They're just cardboard cutouts.
I don't know if you've ever ridden it before it became the Three Caballeros.
I don't know.
I did.
Okay.
So prior to it being the Three Caballeros, it was like the story of Dia de los Muertos, so like Day of the Dead, and it showed off like Mexico in its entirety and like the culture there, but like the actual like Day of the Dead scene that you go through, they had changed it a little bit since they've updated it to the Three Caballeros, and like it used to like show like a whole scene of like just like partying and stuff like that, and everybody was dressed like skeletons. Like Dia de los Muertos, right?
Huh.
Yeah, so I was like
Coco.
Yeah, I was like Coco. so we could easily go back to theming it like Coco. And I think that it's a much more popular movie now than Three Caballeros. I mean, a lot of kids don't know who the Three Caballeros are. I think that it kind of confuses them a little bit because they're like, who are these two random birds next to Donald?
Right, yeah.
So I'm for a Coco retheme.
In doing that, though, you are bringing more IP to the parks, and that is going to piss people off.
That will, but like I said, I feel like we have enough Coco stuff in the actual like front of the pavilion.
And you also have the Coco like dance show or whatever outside of the pavilion. I forget what it's called, but they do a little thing.
So like that's what I mean. And I'm not saying like change the market. I'm not saying change any of that. I'm just saying like retheme the ride to just continue to show off the beauty of like culture in Mexico.
Yeah, because Coco is very like a vibrant film. Like especially when they get to the Dia de los Muertos and all that other stuff. There are tons of colors and like fun, and you have the dog. What's his name? No, not Diego. Is it Diego?
It's not Diego and it's not Diablo, because when you said Diego, I said Diablo. Okay.
I don't like this. Are you looking it up or am I?
I'm looking it up.
Okay. I feel like it starts with a D.
Dante. I was like, I feel like it's something to do with like.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, I would be thrilled to see a Coco retheme. And also, in that, you could also retheme the Sun and Hell Inn.
Yeah.
Give it some Coco flavor. From what I've been told, it's overpriced and it's not great. So give it some IP. Give it some pizzazz.
That's what I've also heard. I've heard like a lot of people say that like over the years it's definitely gone downhill.
Yeah.
And like it's way overpriced. It's not worth the reservation because you usually have to get a reservation for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just say let's go ahead and let's do a little bit more of an update, especially to the back of the building. I'm not saying, change the marketplace. I think the marketplace is fantastic. I love it. I love it too. It's one of my favorite places to be at. But we just need to do a couple of updates because everything's starting to look old, especially like through some of those areas in the ride itself. They're starting to look old.
Yeah, I agree. And definitely keep La Cava del Tequila. That place is amazing.
Oh, yeah. But getting one person drunk at a time.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. They will liquor you up.
I only have one attraction left.
Okay.
And that is Test Track.
Interesting. Go on.
I want a retheme. Give me cars. Give me cars, damn it.
Ah, you want... Okay, I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
Give me cars. Give me an extra track. Let me have a good time.
Ashley, you're bringing too much IP into the park.
I don't care. Although Cars is at Hollywood Studios, so we probably can't do that.
No, so that was my thing, because I also thought about doing a test track retheme,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, nah, I just don't really feel comfortable doing that because I feel like that's more of a Hollywood Studios thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that back.
But I like where you're going. I think it needs a refurb.
Yeah, especially the queue. The queue could use a refurb.
The queue looks rough.
Can we put the queue back to what it was before this test track, because that was badass.
That was dope.
Test track 1.0 was lit.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god. The
And
jump scare too in the middle of the ride.
Yeah, this test track it's fine.
It does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. What's your next one, Sam?
I think that like it's really just I want to change something, and it's just the Canada, the Circle Vision. I hate it.
I thought about making a comment how all of those should just disappear.
Yeah,
but I don't want to destroy culture, and I don't want to make anyone feel lesser than for getting rid of them. So I think we can keep them. I think we should technologically update them.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing is like I feel like there's an update that we could do somewhere, somehow that's going to make it a little bit better.
Right.
Because I get so bored.
Oh, it's a Kanto.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
I just want to see them get updated. Like, let's do something with them because I'm not gonna lie to you. I really enjoy the fact that they are for the culture, but
yeah, I mean the one in France got updated to Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Why can't we update Canada?
Tell me, give me a Canadian princess. Give me some kind of like a Canadian
Moira Rose, Canadian princess.
Moira Rose, Canadian princess.
Canadian queen, if you will.
Well, careful. The queen is dead, so.
Oh shit. You're right. Canadian princess.
And this, I mean, the same thing goes for China. Like, I just feel like we could just update some of the technology behind it.
Yeah, and I mean they don't even use the Circle Vision Canada during Food and Wine. No, it's turned into the Appleseed Orchard, which is really cool.
Which is really cool. I agree.
It's yummy foods, yummy beers.
Yeah, in case nobody knew where to go.
That is where it is.
Because it is cool as hell.
Yeah, it's air conditioned. It's dark. There's alcohol. And the apple tart, I don't remember what it's called, but it's so good. All of it was good.
Well, and I feel like, not everybody goes there because they don't even realize that it's a thing.
We did it 2 years ago. I wanted to go, and it was off the beaten path, and we didn't find time for it.
Yeah.
And so this trip, I was like, we're going.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know about it until I saw a TikTok about it, and I was like, that's a thing?
Yeah.
And I was like, really oh my God. Because I try to stay away from that area because the Circle Vision bores me. So I don't go over there.
You don't have to do that. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess the other thing too is like I feel like in Japan, like I'd like to see like if we're gonna make a big fuss about Big Hero 6, and I don't know where it's because didn't we talk about San Francisco going somewhere or doing something?
Going in California Adventure, and also during their fireworks show, Baymax is gonna fly instead of Tinkerbell.
That's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's super cool, and I'm excited for that as well.
Feel like we could probably put some stuff in there. You know.
Yeah, we can incorporate Baymax into.
I feel like a Baymax meet and greet or something like that, and one of those back buildings would be great.
Well, there used to be one.
That's what I thought. Is that there used to be one?
I don't think it was in that pavilion.
I think it was at Hollywood Studios. They did.
It? I don't remember.
Back in the like animators courtyard, I think is where they had the Baymax meet and greet.
Gotcha. That would make
sense.
I think
they've changed it out for
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah. It's now there. That's all Star Wars. So
yeah. The launch bay. Which don't get me wrong, we went to the Darth Vader meet and greet. And it was pretty cool. But
I want to see a BB-8 meet and greet.
There is one. You want to see a picture of my kids with BB-8?
I do want to see a picture of your children with BB-8.
Too bad I'm not showing them on the internet, but That's will
fair. Send it to me.
Send it to you. They're pretty cute. I I guess we can do our. Do you have any others besides just getting rid of Circle Vision all around?
I don't. You don't have to get rid of the culture. Just give me something a little more updated. I'm bored.
Update the screens too. They are.
It all looks like it was filmed on a potato. I'll say it.
Okay, respect.
Everything looks like it's filmed on a potato.
Our extra credit question was design me a quick service. Put it anywhere in EPCOT. And this stems from, I don't know, I guess we had the electric umbrella back in the before times, and it was quick service, and it was like all the main normal foods. So it was kind of like a go-to. Like, for example, my wife is somewhat of a picky eater. I will say she's getting better. But like that would have been a safe space for her to kind of just go and eat something that she knew she'd like. And I don't think EPCOT. I haven't seen much from Connections Eatery, and I could be very wrong about this. So please jump in the comments. But yeah, I just want. I want a quick service where I know where it is. I can jump to it. I can get chicken tenders, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, whatever the hell, and not have to worry about it.
I want a totally different route.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
So, I think we're getting Moana somewhere in the park, if I'm not mistaken. That's been rumored, right?
Journey of Water, yeah.
I want a quick service there that serves like Hawaiian staples. I want spam musubi. I want like poi. Like I want like a quick service area that has like quick service Hawaiian snacks.
So like the Hawaii stand at Food and Wine. You want to make that an entire restaurant.
I want that to be a thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and it better serve Dole Whip, damn it.
It's another place where you can do a Dole Whip. And let's be real. A lot of people go to Disney for Dole Whip.
Just for a Dole Whip.
Yep. Let's go ahead and put something else in that's gonna serve a Dole Whip.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I would just like to see, you know, like a nice little like snack walk up area for like, I mean, Hawaiian like food and culture.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. I love Hawaiian culture and like foods and stuff like that, and I think that this Moana Journey of Water, whatever, presents the perfect opportunity for that.
Yeah, I just think that, you know, we already know that Disney can do quick service like Hawaiian stuff because obviously we have Food and Wine.
Food and Wine, yeah.
So, I mean, it just makes more sense to just let's go ahead and just put it in. If you're going to put in something that is already like designed around Hawaiian culture, let's throw a food stand in there.
Yeah. Too. Put a permanent quick service stand there. Is what Sam is saying. What would you
give me that?
Do you have a name for it?
I don't.
I don't have a name for mine either, but it just made me think.
Like I just that's what I want is I mean it gives you a chance because if they're doing like so it's like the water thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Are they doing like a water show or like a water feature?
It's like a walkthrough experience.
I just put a quick service out there and a couple of tables.
Yeah.
Let the kids run through the area with the water, and now I'm going to sit and enjoy my Dole Whip.
And give me a Hey Hey animatronic. And a cute little Pua. I love Hey Hey. He's so cool.
I was trying to incorporate something with Hey Hey in the name of this restaurant, but I got nothing right now. I'm drawing a blank.
That's okay. It'll come to you at like 3 a.m.
And I'll yeah, and I'm just going to all caps send it to you.
Yeah, go for it. My quick service, let me grab my little notebook here. It was going to be superhero themed by Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Because it'll be like an outer space-ish superhero thing because you have mission space and then behind it is Guardians. It'll just serve your regular American foods. I put in my notes that Disney California Adventure, their Avengers Campus, has Pym's Test Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something like that.
If you're going to do American food fair, it could have something to deal with the fact that Peter Quill is from Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
So like maybe he had them open up a restaurant so that way all of his friends could enjoy his American fare.
Yeah, like God, my brain just completely shut off, and it's like the Windows restart screen inside my brain.
Oh no.
Parks only craft beers. That's something that Disney does well, and also Universal does it. I think that making specialty beers that you can only get in that restaurant would be super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the superhero theme because they don't really do much, and I mean they can't do much with superheroes, but do something with Captain Marvel and Guardians and the Krill. Is it the Kroll? The Krill? I don't remember their name. The green people.
Oh,
I think it's the Kroll. No. Scrolls, maybe.
I'm drawing a blank now because you keep throwing names at me.
Those people.
Those people.
But yeah, I think that would be super cool, and that is my idea for a quick service. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea, and yeah, we are kind of limited on what we can and can't do with the Marvel superheroes. So
dumb. Thanks, Universal.
I could have sworn that contract was like coming up.
I doubt
to an end soon.
I highly doubt it. They are going to hold on to that thing for a while.
I don't know why. It's not doing them any service at their parks.
I don't know either. I mean, that Spider-Man ride is really cool. Don't get me wrong.
The Spider-Man ride's really cool, and that's about all I got to say about that. I mean, the Hulk's nice. It's smooth, especially since they updated it. Patrick Stone from Fallout Boy did some of the soundtrack to the roller coaster.
Really?
So that's cool. Yeah.
That is super cool, yeah.
I just think that they picked like the worst troupe of superheroes.
Yes.
To be in their park, which was X-Men. And Disney's doing Avengers, and the Avengers are way cooler, and that's all I gotta say about that.
And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm still looking up who the green people are. The Kree!
The Kree!
God, I'm such an idiot.
That's kind of messed up, though, because, you know, Kree was like a Native American tribe in the American.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry. I just want to apologize to whoever needs to be apologized to.
There you go. Just a broad spectrum.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. With that being said, I think I am done talking tonight. I don't need to do any more.
Yeah, I feel like we covered, you know, a bit of Epcot that needs updated. The park it needs a little Disney touch to it.
Yeah, I agree. Sam, thanks for joining me once again. See you in 2 weeks. Tim, I'll see you in 2 weeks too.
I can't wait for this.
So we can see whatever you want to pick about Lion King. Thank you guys for joining us. Let us know your opinions on an Epcot refurb versus a retheme. Let us know how you feel. We will see you. I will see you next week. Sam will see you in 2 weeks.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.